Yeah, that's not process of being missed. Opways to Yalba, Shimashina, Basham, Kakadash. Shalom to the one Hebrew Israelites, Zechariah 39, which are got Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as bloodline, who are still oppressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50 and 33, but to whom the lay belong the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the service, the promises, the giving of the law, the covenants, the adoption. Okay. According to the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 4, Ecclesiastes 10 and 7, I have seen servants upon horses, princes walking, servants upon the earth. Don't get me wrong, okay? This is not a video to, to promote that. It's more like, if there's somebody who deals with a lot of stress, which, some brothers have that, then this might be a good way to deal with it. But you have to be careful because you don't have to overdose it, right? So if you have capsules, for example, okay, you want to take one, not two, right? For example, depends also on the amount, okay, that is in the capsule. But just say that there's even one dude who says if you take it for months, then you should also make a break for like at least 1 month, okay, because it basically deals with emotions, and some people, there's a rumor that it can kill your emotions, which I don't believe that. Okay. There are a lot of people who experienced using it for years, and of course they have still emotions. They say it's the best thing you can do to reduce stress, but still being a little bit more relaxed, right? I know for myself, sometimes I'm really not relaxed, I'm the kind of hyper dude a little bit, okay, always I don't know, on the move or doing something, I can't even sleep to midday. I have to. Don't get me wrong. If I sleep 5 days, not that much how I want to, then what happens is at least one day after those 5 days, I sleep until maybe 10 a.m. or so. Okay, but still I don't sleep for like, I don't know, 10 to 15 hours just because I can. That's not what I do, because you will not see me do that, basically, almost. Yeah, but anyway, this is ashwagandha, right? It's an evergreen shrub that grows in Asia and Africa. It is commonly used for stress. There's little evidence for its use and as an adaptogen. Ashwagandha contains chemicals that might help calm the brain, reduce swelling, lower blood pressure. Yeah, it attacks where stress basically is released. Reduce swelling, lower blood pressure, and alter the immune system. People commonly use ashwagandha for anxiety, insomnia, and stress. It is also used for asthma, athletic performance, back pain, and many other conditions, but there is no good scientific evidence to support most of these uses. Yeah, like, for example, if you eat or drink vitamins, okay, if you, then where's the evidence for that, right? So, of course, it's just like any other herb medicine out of the earth. Okay, you don't really have evidence for it. But do I need evidence if I know I eat something that is good for my body? Do I need evidence for that? if you drink so much alcohol that your liver is so fucked up that you get cancer, then where's the evidence for that? I tell you where the evidence is. In the moment where you go to the doctor and he says you will die in 2 months, there's your evidence, right? So I don't need evidence, okay, to use that herb, okay? Okay? A lot of clever people, man, okay, argue, oh, evidence here, evidence there. What evidence do you need, okay? Medicines come from the earth, that's why you have people, okay, talking about go to the Chinese, what is it called? Alternative practitioner, okay? They say it's better than to go to the doctor, man. Okay, which we don't need a doctor anyway, okay? Our doctors, ja, aber ich mir Schein. Okay, there is also no good evidence to support using ashwagandha for cough and 19. Don't confuse ashwagandha with Physalis alkegenki, but are known as winter cherry. Also don't confuse ashwagandha with American ginseng, Panax ginseng, or Eletiro. Yeah, and they most likely they will even prohibit ashwagandha because it's basically a really good thing to use. Okay, everything that is good to use, sooner or later there's a chance that they will prohibit it, because what they want, to tell you the truth, they want people to dump down, okay, drinking alcohol all day. Okay. And especially if you use a lot of herbs and then you drink a little bit alcohol, then you see really how it really, what effect it has on you. Basically it just dumps you down and makes you even basically innerly laugh about it, so to speak. How can I say? Basically is it gives you basically paralysis, right? So you have no control over you, okay, and you even celebrate it. Basically, that's what alcohol does. Okay, you celebrate basically that you have no control anymore. Okay, but is wine now a bad thing? No. Okay, I want to stop alcohol again, but I understand if somebody drinks wine, because wine is a noble thing, I think. Okay. But yeah. But like I said, the alcohol, which I really don't know if there's a wine without alcohol. But to be honest, if alcohol, then wine is the best, I believe. Okay, that super strong vodka and that beer, you know, which you have this acid in the beer. What is it called? Carbonic acid. I don't know, man, but that is not good. Okay, I really believe that. So the best might be if alcohol, then wine, right? But again, for me, alcohol, I think it's really, I don't know. I don't like it anymore. Possible effect for anxiety. Taking ashwagandha by mouth might reduce anxiety, a type of persistent anxiety marked by exaggerated worry and tension, generalized anxiety disorder, or GHD. Taking ashwagandha by mouth seems to improve anxiety in people with persistent anxiety. Yeah, and that herb, there's a lot of it in India, okay? Elam has it a lot in his country, I believe. Insomnia, taking ashwagandha by mouth seems to improve overall sleep and sleep quality in some people. Stress, taking ashwagandha by mouth seems to, which for example, I don't have problems with sleep. I can always sleep. Okay, but in the daytime, that's what I said, I'm a little bit hyper. I can't really concentrate oftentimes, which for me it's basically a good herb. Okay. Stress, taking ashwagandha by mouth seems to help reduce stress in some people. It might also help reduce stress-related weight pain. Again, there is interest in using ashwagandha for a number of other purposes, but there isn't enough reliable information to say whether it might be helpful. When taken by mouth, ashwagandha is possibly safe when used for up to 3 months. The long-term safety of ashwagandha is not known. Large doses of ashwagandha might cause stomach upset, diarrhea and vomiting. Rarely liver problems, including severe liver failure and a need for liver transplantation might occur. Yeah, like if you take an extreme amount of it. Okay. Pregnancy is likely unsafe to use ashwagandha when pregnant. There is some evidence that ashwagandha might cause miscarriages. Breastfeeding, there isn't enough reliable information to know if ashwagandha is safe to use when breastfeeding. Stay on the safe side and avoid use. Autoimmune diseases such as multiple sclerosis, MS, lupus, system lupus erythematosus, SLE, rheumatic arthritis, RA, or other conditions ashwagandha might cause the immune system to become more active, and this could increase the symptoms of autoimmune diseases. If you have one of these conditions, it's best to avoid using ashwagandha. Liver disease, ashwagandha might cause liver damage in some people, but it isn't clear how often this occurs. Until more is known, people, like alcohol, okay, alcohol for sure damages your liver, okay, that's for sure. Okay. Which herbs, if you don't know, is a good way to stop with alcohol. Okay, because you see really how herbs can also have an effect. Okay, so it basically what alcohol does, it distracts you from stress, but it doesn't attack the stress directly. It doesn't change the reason why the stress comes, right? But what herbs can do is they can basically attack also the reason where stress comes from. They don't just distract you from it, like you don't care anymore. Okay, you just basically give yourself a shot, okay, to survive. Okay, but you really don't change things. Until more is known, people with liver disease should avoid taking ashwagandha. Surgery ashwagandha may slow down the central nervous system. Healthcare providers worry that anesthesia and other medications during and after surgery might increase this effect. Stop taking ashwagandha at least 2 weeks before a scheduled surgery. Thyroid disorders. Ashwagandha might increase thyroid hormone levels. Okay, ashwagandha, it also helps you with your testosterone. Right? Ashwagandha should be used cautiously or avoided if you have a thyroid condition or take thyroid hormone medications. I believe that goes for the Transformers people. Also, medications that decrease the immune system, immunosuppressants interacts with ashwagandha. Ashwagandha can increase the activity of the immune system. Some medications, such as those used after a transplant, decrease the activity of the immune system. Taking ashwagandha along with these medications might decrease the effect of these medications. Sedative medications, benzodiazepines interacts with ashwagandha. Ashwagandha might cause sleepiness and slow breathing. Some medications called sedatives can also cause sleepiness and slow breathing. Taking ashwagandha with sedative medications might cause breathing problems and or too much sleepiness. Sedative medication, CNS depressants, interacts with ashwagandha. Ashwagandha might cause sleepiness and slow breathing. Some medications called sedatives can also cause sleepiness and slow breathing. Yeah. Thyroid hormone interacts with ashwagandha. The body naturally produces thyroid hormones. Ashwagandha might increase how much thyroid hormone the body produces. Taking ashwagandha with thyroid hormone pills might cause too much thyroid hormone in the body and increases the effects and side effects of thyroid hormone. Medications for diabetes, anti-diabetes drugs interacts with ashwagandha. Ashwagandha might lower blood sugar levels. Taking ashwagandha along with diabetes medications may cause blood sugar to drop too low. Monitor your blood sugar closely. Medications for high blood pressure. Yeah, it goes into medications. You don't have to read all of that. Dosing ashwagandha has, which I don't take medications, okay? I just use supplements. Okay, for example, ashwagandha. For example, vitamin D3. Okay. Ashwagandha has most often been used by adults in doses up to 10,000 milligrams daily. 1,000 milligrams daily for up to 12 weeks. Speak with a healthcare provider to find out what dose might be best for a specific condition. Yeah, which Germany does. It's just if it's 1,000, Germany says take 100. Okay, because basically what even I was talking today. Okay. With the pharmacy. I was talking with them today. Okay. First, that woman there, okay, she calculated, like I was doing, like I compared pills with an oil, right? And an oil that I use, I compared it with pills, and I asked her if it has the same amount of the same amount of the substance in it. Okay, I believe it was about D3 vitamin. Okay. Then she said, "Oh, I'll do a calculation." Then she took a pen and wrote something on a paper, mathematics, did something. Then she said, "Yeah, it's basically the same." Okay, then I used ChatGPT. Basically, I was saying to her, you're trying to do jokes here because her calculation was completely wrong. Okay, like I had to correct her just because I wanted to buy something in a shop, man. Like, what is that, man? Okay, this shows you how these people, okay, they just do what they want. Okay, as long as you are some way a woman, or some way some Edomites in the shop that provides for you, that maybe has the last word in the shop. They can do basically what they want. Okay. Like, then I had to correct her basically in her own calculation, because the one thing was right, but that's what I found out with her already, right? That the one vitamin was the same amount, but the other vitamin was only 1 out of 5 points as high in, okay, like the capsule. Like what? Like basically the thing why I came, basically it's exactly the opposite of what she said. Like what? Yeah. Then I, of course, I was a little bit not stressed because I took ashwagandha today. So what I was doing was I was completely focused on still trying to go for my vitamin in this shop, and then I had to use other things to type into ChatGPT, and then I found out what to buy really. Yeah, but it shows you already, man, that these people, these pharmacies, they just want to give you basically shit, just like the C and 19 Depop shot. Okay, the pharmacy, don't you think they would say, yeah, take it? Okay. Have you been to the doctor in the C19 time? I ask you now. What would have happened if you asked them, oh, do you think it's clever for me to take the Depop shot? You know, the C19 um, um, the C19 vaccination. Of course, they would say, yeah, take it. They're under the same banner as the pharmacies, okay? Trying to basically not getting the best out of you and your body, okay? By giving you good advice, but what? Exactly under that agenda frame of mind coming to you in a snake-like spirit, okay? Not wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, okay? Evil as a serpent and not wise as I don't know, a horse maybe, okay? But horses are beautiful, but horses are not really clever for that, I know. Okay, but doesn't matter. I just don't know what example I say. Okay, or ungodly man, somebody who believes in uh, I don't know, idolatry, okay, or Satan, or in humans, okay, doesn't believe that there is a God. Like the scripture says, a fool believes in his mind, said in his mind, there is no God. Come on, okay. The ashwagandha plant. Again, this is just for some brothers who have a lot of stress, which, I mean, you can be responsible for making yourself that stress, okay? But I understand if, you know, I mean, it's the same thing all the time. Some brothers have more sleeping problems, others have more, I don't know, stress. They want to reduce stress in the daytime. Who knows, right? It's not always the same, but right. But this one helps you with stress. This is Ecclesiasticus 38:4. The Lord had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Okay, was not the verse 5, water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known, and he had given man skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works. With such do it he heal men, and take it away their pains. Yeah. Basically, you can think of it like back in the days, okay, a doctor would use herbs, not that type of chemical bullshit today, okay? Which a lot of it is good, of course, but like, I mean, like, trust me, the pharma industry, okay, in the Western world is completely bugged out, man. Okay, they'll just produce or sell something to you, not because it really helps you, but because it promotes, first of all, their agenda, and second of all, okay, it makes it keeps them alive, right? The money machine, right? Because think of opium, for example, okay? What is a big problem, not just in the Western world? Opium, okay? What is it called? Yeah, opium, okay? So you have people, homeless people, complete junkies, complete zombies, being on opium all day because they have it from their doctor, which the doctor doesn't care as long as he receives money, right? The farmer monster can survive, okay? Like you can see it as a produce a big monster created by Esau, which Esau tries to keep it alive. And people already use herbs, but then comes politics and laws to hide really the best stuff from you, or to forbid it. So you fear that if you use it, okay, you will land in prison, okay, then and then still the farmer monster, okay, tries to survive by killing everything around it itself. Okay, is it not what happens? Same with the I don't know, with a lot of other things, man. Like people eat meat, right? I can't say that is something, you know, the big killing machines, okay, where you have hundreds of chicken in one square meter. Okay. Yeah, man, this is the big pharma industry. Because really, usually there's honor for a physician, right? But these doctors today, they are no physicians anymore. Okay, they just use witchcraft basically with the stuff that they have, man. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him. For the Lord had created him. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the King. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and the sight of great men shall be in admiration. Yeah, like that one pharmacy I visited today. Okay, here in Germany we call it Apotheke, which you receive, which a doctor can say you need that, such and such, and then you go there and you will get it with the paper, with the document, I mean, which you have from your doctor, right? And guess what? When back in the days, people who worked in shops like this, they had knowledge. They was reading books in their free time, okay? They maybe were not doctors, but they had knowledge, okay? Some of them had a little bit too much of it, okay? Then you have also, I mean, people people testing a lot of stuff, okay? Yeah, those who work with that all day, okay? Sometimes if you work in a pharmacy, you think they're all on drugs, man, okay? Just by the, I don't know, man, okay? What you know already that they take a lot of that stuff which what they deal with day by day. You already know. Okay, so is it good now? No. I just tell you how it is, man. In a pharmacy, if you see people selling stuff there, and let's say some of them she or he takes a lot of stuff himself or herself, then it would be better to, if it's herbs, not that pharma stuff, right? Ugh. Okay, just chemicals and more chemicals, man. Okay. So with that, shalom. I hope this was a good advice. Okay.